As you may know, YouTube will, or any social media platform will, adjust its content to try and keep you stuck on the website. So there's an algorithm, you know this. You're watching cat videos, you get more cat videos. You watch dog videos, you get more dog videos. You watch guitarists, you're going to get more guitar tutorials. I've been watching some true crime content because I've always been intrigued by it, as I know many of us are, hence the view count on some of these videos. And I saw one video title and I thought, this is really sick. Now, I've been watching a lot of horrible stories, but this one is like, stands out. I can't not watch this video. And I think the video title was something like, 14-year-old boy arrested for raping 91-year-old neighbor. Jesus Christ, man. We have really failed as a society. Now, I'm not blaming, like, the bigger picture necessarily here. Like, this kind of thing does not happen. This kind of thing is so abnormal, hence why I'm, like, completely shocked by the video title and I click the video. If this was a daily event, you're like, oh, another one. But no, this is not normal behavior. But in what world does this happen? In what hellhole does this happen? This world is broken, truly. It's like with that guy that stabbed the, 3-year-olds at a Taylor Swift dance lesson. Like, deliberately calculated, what's the worst thing I can do to really upset people, to show my hatred towards the world and to humans? What's the most, like, disturbing, sick... I know, like, people are fond on toddlers who have done nothing and are completely innocent and vulnerable and can't defend themselves. Like, you're always, within a pool of 8 billion odd people, you're always going to get a few that do just want to make a name for themselves in the worst way possible. I don't think that's obviously what this 14-year-old was doing, but what did he think was going to happen? Like, he's just going to violate this woman and, like, get away with it? How do you get to that point? What are you watching, pornography-wise, to want to act out in that way? That's just disturbing, man. And Ted Bundy is kind of famous for blaming his murders on pornography. And I think that's, a little bit of an exaggeration because a lot of people watch it. But I honestly do feel it plays a part in terms of this kid has obviously not had any sexual experiences by the age of 14. Like, not many would have done, but definitely not this guy. Because if you're the kind of guy that goes and does something like that, you're not popular in school. You don't have a pool of girls, like, saying, pick me, pick me. He's like, I guess it's going to have to be the old neighbor who's on death's door. I guess that's my standards. Like, so... yeah, I feel like this guy, though, is watching some weird stuff. And that it's possible to do so. Like, if you think about it, you can be that young, never seen a real-life naked person, apart from yourself. And then you can access any kind of content. Now, I don't know how the black web works. Dark web? The dark web is what I meant to say. But who knows if this kid's watching shit on there already, or if he's not, many people will be. And these are people that you sit next to on the bus. These are people that you might work with. I'd like to think not. I mean, I feel like I know my work colleagues well enough, but who knows? Do I? I don't know what they get up to when they're not processing claims with me in my insurance role. Probably not this kind of behavior. But it does make you scared to think these people exist among us, and many of them will be functioning like normal people, going under the radar, haven't been picked up on their crimes. Again, I want to make it clear, I don't believe there's a lot of people committing this kind of crime, because it's just savage and just, like, icky. Everyone's, like, grossed out by this behavior, apart from the guy that did it. But what was also quite disturbing to me, the kid's in the interrogation room with his mum, and I think his grandma at one point, and surely the grandma, who maybe was, like, let's say in her 60s or 70s, was thinking, does he want me next? But the mum was way too calm. If I was the parent of this kid, and I was like, oh, hey police, what's going on? Why have you called me in? what's my son done, or what are you saying my son's done? Oh, he's raped a 91-year-old. Do you know Beatrice round the corner? Yeah, it was her. I'd be like, you fuck, tell me that's not true. Tell me that's not true. The woman's just like, come on, I think you should open up. I think you should tell the truth. This is wrong what you done. Like, yes, it's wrong. Maybe she's just in shock. But she should be throttling the fuck out of that kid, dude. But again, I do think there's a lot of broken people in society. Another video I watched yesterday was again, it was a weird title, and it was a little bit of a misleading clickbaity title where it was like, guy kills his best friend over a video game. And I was like, that's kind of crazy. Let's watch this. The reality was, these guys were not best friends. He didn't kill him over a video game. They were like, he's playing Mario. Mario had absolutely nothing to do with what happened next. The reason, and it isn't a rational reason to any logical person for why this guy stabbed his best friend 40 times in the face with a machete, is because the friend asked him for his credit card and said, in order for you to play this console with me, I have to register you an account, and it will only take £1 to do so. And the guy realizes, actually, he lied to me. It's taken $16. And so I therefore must stab the guy at least 40 times in the face. And that's pretty much the craziest behavior you can get to. But again, this guy, by his own admission when he got arrested, you could tell he was pretty unhinged, by the way, obviously. Like, normal guy, just like, yeah, I just stabbed my friend, the guy, because he took $16 from me, man. I had no choice. At one point, he said it was self-defense, and he had no choice because the guy was coming after him, trying to strangle him, and was like 100 pounds heavier or something. It was like, yeah, it was self-defense. You could use that argument if you stabbed him once or twice. By the way, this is pretty disturbing. The guy was still alive when the police got to the house, and he had his last few breaths as they were there. So that's not a nice way to go. I imagine beyond maybe there was some truth in his card details being used against him wrongly, I doubt any of it was self-defense at all. But the guy admitted that he'd lost his wife. I think he said his daughter had died as well. He had a dog that he used in dogfighting, which is on brand for being a complete cunt, let's be honest. If you're going to stab someone for no reason, you're probably going to not see a problem with putting your dog into fights for money. Just scumbag people in this world, right? But he's like, oh, I'm sad because my dog's now getting old. It's got these health problems, and I've got a tumour in my head, so I've got nothing to live for. I think these people can be the most dangerous people that say, I've got nothing to live for. And hey, I'll be honest, I get pretty depressed sometimes, but I'm never going to take that kind of action. But I do feel like, again, no one happy, unless they're a psychopath and they gain their happiness from being a psychopath, would ever even think of doing these things. So be careful who you trust. I occasionally speak to people on YouTube, not very often to be honest, but one or two that I'm close with, and I thought, we could meet up one day, but I don't know what they're like in real life, and I would never risk, telling anyone who I don't know very closely in a way that I can trust them, like where I live or anything. And it's a shame. It's a real shame that we have to function like this, with skepticism about people, with cynicism that, I forgot to lock the door, better run back because I can't trust leaving my door for one day without someone trying to break in and steal my shit. Because there's a lot of bad people out there, man, so take care. Try not to become too negative. But I think there's a balance to it, I can't just watch true crime video after true crime video without feeling heavy. So after that, maybe pop on The Lion King or Bug's Life or something. Cheers, guys. See you later.